No one to play with? There's always PartyPoker.com.
Welcome back to the PartyPoker.com European Open. Jesse May here, joined by Michael Greco.
Pass.
6-4 suited.
Raise to 6,000 total.
He likes to see flops. He likes to... I've seen him play before. He does like to see these small connectors play.
Call.
Ian has way the best hand, but has not moved on it.
No, I think he respects Juha's call there. I think that's why. Because he could be out-kicked. So why re-raise him?
Well, they both missed here. Ace-high leads.
Check.
Juha is the aggressor. And in no mood to leave chips behind.
8,000.
Tell you what, if you don't raise before the flop, it's very tough to call a bet now, isn't it?
Exactly. Right, he's got to think, okay, Juha, if you've got a 3, would you bet that amount of money? If you've got a queen, well, then you've got a queen and I'm beaten. But I'm just going to see the next card and see what you do.
Yeah?
I think that's a good call.
Ace or Jack would make Fraser's decision a lot easier, but that 4 has suddenly made Helpy the best hand. And he's decided he's got enough to check. Here's the river. 4s and 3s all of a sudden leading, and now they're definitely ahead. Helpy can beat everything that doesn't involve a queen.
12,000.
I think we'll see a call here from Juha. I think we'll definitely see a call here from him. I'd be surprised if he puts this down. Ian showed weakness. Oh, he's thrown away the best hand.
Wow.
Well, what could he put him on? A queen? Surely not. Surely he would have got a raise. I'm quite surprised there, Jesse. I would have called that straight away.
A respect given from Helpy to Ian Fraser, and Ian Fraser winning a nice pot there that he was not entitled to by the time the river card was dealt.
I mean, I know we can see the cards, but I'm just trying to put myself in Juha's position. Ian's checked it twice, and yet he's bet when the river's come. Now he's got to think, has that 2 or whatever came on the river, has that improved Ian's hand? If it has, then he's beaten him with his 4s. So I find it very strange, and maybe he was getting good value for his 12,000 as well.
Action on Helpy here. Blind still 1 and 2, amazingly. Still first level. Platt in the thick of it.
Call.
From the button. And now Patrick Lawrence. This
Raise
is the best
10,000
hand
more.
he's seen this
12
evening.
total.
And he's got Platt in very, very tough shape.
Yeah.
I think Platt may
10 to go.
10 to call.
look
Call.
like you might be counting out a re-raise. But he has just called. Those yellow chips only worth 1,000. And there's 10,000 on Fraser, who's got, well, a hand he knows he's not best, but it's got those speculation possibilities, doesn't it?
Yeah, but if you miss the flop, there's no way you can possibly win. So get rid. If you can get, if you can limp in cheap, Jesse, fine. But you can't call a raise with that, unless you've got so many chips you can then bully them on the flop.
26,000 in there, and both players have hit the king. The jack plays, and there's a scary ace on board. And Patrick Lawrence, he looks at his chips. He's
All in.
Oh, he's gone all in,
yeah,
Jesse.
well, I mean, he's at a situation where he doesn't have that much, really. He can't really be betting and then leaving anything behind, can he?
I'll tell you what, the ace is going to save Steve from calling here, I think. If there wasn't an ace on the flop, Steve might call this. But he's got to think, okay, maybe he's got ace with a bad kicker, that's why he's made such a weak bet by going all in. Because you've got to think, if he's got a great hand, Lawrence, then why would he go all in? Steve's got to surmise his situation here. He's got to fold. He's got to think he's losing to the ace.
It's a pretty big bet, 56,000.
It is. It's a big bet. But I think he probably thinks that Lawrence has got the ace. Yeah, I think it's definitely saved him. If there wasn't an ace there, I think we could have seen a call.
56. Pass.
Well, as you said, it wasn't the toughest fold in the world, but it is the first hand Platt has laid down, so that is a new dimension to his game. And Patrick Lawrence, happy enough to finally win a pot. It's the first pot he's won.
That'll give him confidence, Jesse. He's won his first hand. He's got a few chips back, and he's in amongst the big boys again. Okay, Steve Platt is still just in the lead with 178,000. He's won 7 hands, whereas Juha Helppi, who was only 6,000 behind, has won 2, and Ian Fraser, who's only 10,000 behind, has won 2. Bringing up the rear, Patrick Lawrence with 82,000.
Very unorthodox style of play has Platt, but it's served him well so far. And if there's one thing that he has achieved with his table image here, Michael, is that he is not to be bluffed.
Well, I'm just looking at his bio here. He says, and the player that he most admires and thinks his style is very similar to is the own Phil Ivey. And we all know how he plays.
Full, total 8,000.
He does play a bit like Steve, actually,
Oh.
every hand.
Call.
There's been a raise here from Patrick Lawrence, who's making a little tune of his own. They've both missed a flop, Patrick and Ian,
Check.
and we'll see if Lawrence will continue to represent the ace. Yeah, he'll get it by.
Yeah, I think if you've got to
8,000.
give it one first shot.
Both these players bouncing up and down ever so slightly in their seats.
We won't see a call here from Ian, but apart from a fold, we might see a re-raise. I know I've seen him before. I know he likes to do this. He likes to do this move. He likes to re-raise with nothing, and he's reaching for his chips.
If he can make this move, it's only that he must have picked up some kind of tell on Patrick Lawrence. I mean,
I've seen him do this many a time, Jesse, and he knows when he's completely missed the flop, and he senses a little bit of weakness.
Raise.
Here we go. I thought he might do this.
wow, this is incredible.
16 more.
What did he see?
I think he sees a weak player, and he's got to think, okay, if you think you've got a hand, I'm going to represent a bigger one.
Lawrence must be wearing a sign on his back that says "Kick me."
I tell you what, if Lawrence comes over the top of him, I will take my hat off to him and think, what a great player. Because obviously if he comes over the top, he can't lose.
Fold.
No. It's a good play by Ian.
Oh my! The 7 high. No draw, no pair, no chance, no how. And Ian Fraser has just re-bluffed the bluffer.
Well, the check raise is a very, very stylish move. If you can pull it off in poker, you can win a hell of a lot of chips. But it can be expensive.
Well, Fraser went out a few weeks ago and bought himself a new Ferrari
Good
from
man.
his poker winnings, and sure that that handle looked very nice, driving around in style.
The win at the UK, that was fantastic. I mean, that's what we all play for. It's like when you hear the celebrities talking about when they play football, you know, and snooker players, everything. They all want the big win, and it was the same with poker. I mean, it was absolutely fantastic experience. I had a real good time. $500,000 obviously was a big boost. Fantastic. I have a very good style of playing. I'm not going to change it for anyone. The guys have got to be ready for the way I play.
You know, I mean, when a player is in form and he's had success, it just it makes the decision so much surer, so much easier. I mean, you really can see a guy on top of his game here, can't you?
You do. It breeds confidence. You know, look at Michael Owen, who's been scoring goals greatly now for Newcastle and England. When you're out of form, confidence, it breeds bad confidence. But when you're hitting goals, you're hitting more goals.
Ian Fraser dipping down to the deuce 6 this hand. There's 3-way. Steve Platt limped in on the button. And Patrick Lawrence finding a little more at this table than he's bargained for so far.
And no one's hit the flop there, Jesse.
A bottom pair for Ian, but it does not look good.
Especially with your kicker.
10,000.
Patrick Lawrence, he's just gotten caught bluffing and he's come right back out. And you gotta admire him for his stubbornness.
That's the lawyer in him, I think.
He's a doer. He's not a watcher. He's a doer.
Fold.
Oh,
I think if Platt hadn't called, we could have seen another re-race from Fraser
Oh,
there.
that was hysterical. The best hand is just folded. There's
Yeah.
been, and now Patrick Lawrence, actually his ace high is winning. He's gotten the pair out of the pot, and unless it comes a 9, a 7, or a king, Patrick Lawrence might be on his way to victory.